Hi guys, my name is Manav. Welcome to my channel. So in my Python series, today we are discussing about the indentation rule and some syntax. So after this video, you will get an idea what is a indentation rule, why indentation rule was very important in Python. Okay. So without any further delay, let's get started. Okay. So uh, if anyone has worked on uh, uh, without Python, any of the languages, so they know that indentation rule in other programming language we are using brackets instead of indentation. So in Python we don't have any provision of brackets. That is why the indentation rule was present. So like if you can see, I have written one testing hello world code in Java. So if you can see, this is the starting bracket and this is the ending bracket for this main method. This is the starting bracket and this is the ending bracket for this entire class. So that is why I can say brackets are important in other languages like Java, C++, C, then Ruby, Scala. This languages has you used uh, brackets instead of indentation, but in Python brackets are not using it. So that one is a Python syntax basically. So if you can see, in Python Java we have to print a hello world, then we have to write a full line of code. But in Python, if you have to print a hello world, we can directly write in a single line, and no classes, no brackets, no semicolon. In single line of code, we can directly execute the entire Python code. So it's very simple. It's very minimal code. So in other programming language, if you have to build any logic, so you have to write a lots of tons of code. But in Python, it's very simple. Okay. So if you can see why indentation matter in Python, because in Python indentation is not a decoration, but it's a syntax. So space in a front of line tell Python which line belongs together as a block. Where Java use brackets, Python use indentation level. So I have already told you that in Java we are using brackets, but in Python we are using indentation to indent that code. So like so basically two rules we have to remember it. First is a line that open a brackets, end with semicolon, like if for while df. So if statement, then while and for, this is loop, and if df we are using it for declaring a method. Then every line inside that block must be indented by the same amount of indented. The standard is a four spaces. So four spaces should be a standard. So if I can show you, if this is the block, basically if inside this is the block of if. Okay. So if you can see, so I have put a semicolon. If you press enter here, so directly code will be go through apply the indentation here. Okay. And this semicolon is mandatory when you are using any of the conditional statement, then loop statement, then method declaration in Python. And this four space rule, if I can show you, one, two, three, four, four spaces will be applied inside the block for applying an indentation. And instead of spaces, you can directly use this as well. Tab, single tab. Okay. So if I can run this code, it is successfully run. So these two indented line are only when the condition is true. The line last line has no indented, so it's outside the if and always run. So one point I was forgot to tell you. So if you can see, this print is outside this if block. So we are not applying indentation here. Whether this if condition is false, or if condition is true, this line should be executed. This line has no matter whether this if a condition is false or if condition is true. So that is why. So if I let's say if I comment out this entire code, oh sorry, control. If I comment out this entire code, like uh, example, if I comment out this, okay, I keep this. But if I run this now, if you can see, this is still running. So this outside the block line has no apply indentation. So this thing you have to remember. Okay. So above is a if condition, and here is the same idea we have applied with the method function basically. If I can run this, so it's successfully running. Okay. So now we are just seeing something error while why. So if you can see here, I have used if it's true. If I press enter, so here start from here is a start with the indentation. Okay. But if you can see here, the indentation is incorrect. We have added extra space over here. If I run this code, it is creating indentation, unexpected indentation. So this type of error you are getting when indentation is not correct. So basically, in other programming language, you cover this entire block inside a bracket. But in Python, indentation is a bracket. That's you can remember. And indentation equal to 4 space. Either you can use a tab, either you can use a 4 space. That's it. This is the famous indentation error, unexpected indentation. Python expect to the two line in a block to line up, and they didn't in a bracket language. This would be have been fine. So in Python, it stop everything. So like in other programming language, if you brackets are there, so if lines are mismatched, it's not in uh, correct format, like one is ahead, one is behind, still code will working like in Java. So if I write this likewise, if I copy this system.out.println, okay, and if I write here, so still this code will be run in Java. It won't be create any error. But in Python, if indentation will be wrong, so it will create a error in Python. Okay. So that what I have to clear you. Hope you guys are understanding it. Okay. So this is the same error which we have already seen above, but the different format. Okay. If you can see expected indentation block after if statement on a line one. Okay. Now we have just fixed this error. Just remember 4 spaces or single tab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can use single tab as well. Okay. Run it. So now it's the same thing. We have used a nested block. So in nested block, we have used a for loop. Inside for loop, we have used if condition, and the same thing. If I show you, wait, one tab, or you can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 space. So it's the same thing. So let's quick recap for this video. Block open with the column, then use a 4 space for a level and for consistent indentation. And too much indentation, it will create a unexpected error. And don't mix tab and space in a single block, it will create a issue. it will create an error. Okay. So hope you guys understand from this video. Hope you guys clear everything about the indentation rule. And yes, see you in the next video. Thank you.